Memang padu keren lah. Ini guys, di balik papan nih. Jadi buat teman-teman semua, inilah balik papan activity. Assalamualaikum, saya BDT berasal dari Borneo Sabah, akan menemani teman-teman semua dalam episode reactions kali ini. Yo, kumaha damang, salam silaturahmi good people. Ojo lali di subscribe yo channelku. Hari ini guys, kita akan buat sebuah reactions video daripada channel Christian Hansen. Dan judul daripada video ini pula adalah Nusantara, the new capital of Indonesia is Kalimantan. Nah guys, ini bule pertama yang datang ke kota baru Indonesia, Nusantara. Dan kita akan nonton seperti apa perjalanan beliau. Dan buat kalian semua yang belum bergabung bersama channel ini, silakan bergabung bersama channel ini. Link asli saya letak di description box di bawah. Pertimbangkan untuk subscribe channel Christian Hansen. Dan jangan lupa ojo lagi di subscribe channelku guys. Moga kalian yang nonton berada dalam keadaan yang sehat, selalu dimurahkan rezeki, dipermudahkan juga segala urusan dunia dan akhirat. Dan tanpa membuang waktu good people, mari kita sama-sama nonton isi kandungan daripada video ini. Let's go, 1, 2.
What's up you guys and welcome back to the channel. My name is
Nah,
Christian Hansen. In this video we will be exploring Balikpapan and... Are we ready guys?
Balikpapan guys. Jadi ini adalah bule pertama yang datang dan sampai ke kota Nusantara kali kan. Mungkin
in this episode I have left Barabai after an incredible time in Johor. But today I'm back on Machan, and actually right now we're standing in South Kalimantan. But just 10 meters that way we have East Kalimantan, because in this episode guys we will be exploring East Kalimantan. Let's get to it and let's start exploring the 11th province on this channel.
Guys, kalau video ini terlampau panjang sebab hampir lebih dekat satu jam tuh nih. Mungkin saya akan bagikan kepada 2 part guys.
Let's get to it.
I then set course for Balikpapan,
Balikpapan.
the third largest
Dekat
city in
sama tempat saya nih guys.
And with 333 kilometers ahead of me, I flipped the wrist and held on tight and let my motorcycle Machan do the rest of the work. And with nothing but mountains and rivers in my field of view, we safely arrived at the port of Penajam. If you come here as a foreigner, it's rather important that you know a bit of Indonesian, since it's rather rare that the staff speaks English. Worst case, you can always try with some Google Translate. I was then showed to the ticket counter, where the pricing varies based on how many cc your motorcycle is.
Dia punya tiket ikut
cc, I had to pay a total of 70,000 rupiah. And it was then time to bring Machan onto the small ferry. Bringing your motorcycle on a ferry is always a bit exciting,
guys.
Both because it usually involves quite a lot of chatting when people see a motorcycle that size, but also because there's a few things that you should keep in mind when doing so.
Alright, we have made it on board, and the only thing I'm worried about now, as always, you know, we always have to check if the bike can tip over or not. So,
ada kereta juga.
Gimana kalau...
Udah aman, nggak ada ombak.
Oh, pelan-pelan, santai ya?
Santai aja.
Oh, oke, jadi enggak... Oke. Alright, so apparently no waves. Now I will take just a few things off, the most valuable things, and then go upstairs. Alright, so I just asked the crew here on the ferry. And they said that it's safe for my things to stay downstairs. Actually, because this short trip to Balikpapan is only 1 hour, then people are allowed to sit in their cars, which they are normally not on a ferry, because then you could go into other people's cars, take other people's stuff. But because it's such a short one, they are allowed to do that, but there are like 10 staff, so yeah, it should be okay. See ya. Makan ya. Yeah. Looks good. Hey, Pak. Yuk. You can sit inside here as well. Selamat siang. And best part, I don't think I'm allowed to be out here. Oh, this is where I control the boat. Or probably not me, but the guys, they said that I could, if I wanted to, stand out here and watch over my channel. You know, this is perfect.
Ini cantik kau dia punya view, guys.
I have an awesome view.
Perjalanan mau ke
Highly doubt.
Dari balik papan ya,
We're doing it anyway. All right, well guys, the captain just invited us inside, so let's go in and say hi. Makasih. Captain room ya. Second captain ya.
Second officer.
Dan
Jurumudi.
Driver. Siapa namanya lagi?
Untung.
Untung.
Chief Engineering.
Oh, Chief Engineering. Udung sudah nonton video saya ya? Terima kasih banyak. Sudah
Subrek.
Boleh saya coba duduk? Ya? Oh, tinggi sekali.
Mau minum kopi?
Kapten.
Asik guys.
So we're sailing very, very slowly because they're on a schedule and there is boats going in and out every single hour, so very slow, but it's very sunny. I can sit here in the nice chair and
Kopi.
Oh, ini kopi?
Yes.
Kopi. You know, not so bad. Kopi dulu ya.
Wah,
Terima kasih ya.
Oke, salam.
wih bagus betul layanan orang nih guys.
So the whole crew here, they are actually from Java, from
Dari
East
Jawa.
Java, and they have been working here for like 4 to 8 years.
Oh,
so they
lama
work
guys,
here
sudah.
on the ship for around 2 months, and then they go back to visit their families in East Java for 2 weeks, and then they go back again. So they're happy to work here, but of course they also say they miss their families.
Begini
So
ya
they've been
video yang
teaching me a bit
keren lah
of
guys,
bahasa
mengedukasi.
Java, actually, because I told them don't forget to watch my videos, and now they have taught me how to say don't forget in bahasa
Ojo lali.
Java. So
Guys, nanti nonton video saya ya. Ojo lali.
Nah, ojo lali yo. Ojo lali yo, di subscribe channelku. Wih, saya juga bisa guys, dikit-dikit lah.
You know, this is the kind of experiences you have here in Indonesia. If you just go ahead and talk with anyone you meet, you know.
I then had just a quick 10-minute ride from the port to my hotel for the upcoming days. Because after several weeks in low-cost hotels and living in the mountains, I had chosen the exclusive hotel Swiss Balik Papan.
Balik papan, sudah
And it
sampai
was
di
then
balik
time
papan.
to check in, unpack, and unwind after a long day on the road.
Ini hotel. Jadi dia tinggal di hotel dulu.
I had made it
Di
to the
Balik
city
Papan.
of Balikpapan, most famous for its place in the oil and gas history of Indonesia, as oil was first discovered here in Kalimantan in 1897, and it is now
1897.
home to one of the largest oil refineries in the country. And it was from this city that I had for long been planning a visit to a very special site, not even open to the public yet.
Selamat pagi guys. It is my first morning here in Balikpapan and wow, it is such a beautiful view over the ocean here in the morning as the sun is coming up, glimpsing all over the water. And it's a really nice hotel, this Swiss Bell Hotel. It's quite expensive though, it's 760,000 per night. So definitely by far my most expensive hotel stay in Kalimantan. But right now it's worth it because it has super fast Wi-Fi. It has really good food. It has a very nice room, so I can get all my editing done, and then we can continue exploring. So I'm not exactly sure what to be exploring here in Balikpapan yet, because as you know, I'm not the biggest fan of exploring big cities. But let's get out there, let's see what we can find, and yeah.
Mengeksplor Balikpapan dulu guys.
Here in Indonesia.
Jadi mungkin video yang saya react ini nanti ada
But
2
as
part
always,
nih guys.
I had to do a bit of video editing first. You normally don't see that I actually spend 5 to 10 days inside of a hotel room for making these videos. So it was nice to have a luxurious setup for once, as that is not always the case when I'm on the road. And pro tip, if you're ever thinking about doing something similar, I will recommend you to bring an SSD to save all your videos and photos on. I use the 4TB version with lightning speed of 2000 megabytes per second for all my storage and editing. And to ensure fast transfers from my camera to the SSD, I use an Extreme Pro 300 megabyte per second SD and a micro SD for my drone and GoPro. And several long days of editing later, I got a fun offer to explore Balik Papan from a different perspective.
Nah, dari sudut yang berbeza nih. The explore Balik Papan.
Hey bro.
Hi.
Hey, good to see you.
Good to see you, Mr. Hansen.
Are we ready?
Yes, let's go.
Alright, because this morning guys, he sent me a DM on Instagram and he asked if I wanted to come down to his shop and go on a small tour with him. Very spontaneous, but you know, it's good weather today, so I thought let's go out and yeah, let's do it. Alright guys, we have made it here to SUDI Can-Am. Yeah. Because guys, today we will be exploring Balik Papan not just from the roads like usual, but from the water.
Wow,
so
ini keren.
Have you had this SUDI business here in Balik Papan, bro?
We've been here for 2 years and we're planning to expand to other cities in Kalimantan. We have around 9 branches in Indonesia and I think you should try the other place.
Alright, I will. Thank you so much for inviting me, yeah? Alright, we are ready.
Christian Hansen memang keren lah.
Dan panas.
Oh, and I will be riding this one. I have no idea how fast it is, but only one way to find out.
But as Ogi first wanted to check that I actually knew how to ride one, he sat with me for a quick test ride. The cool thing about jet skiing in Balik Papan is that you get to ride past the very noticeable oil and gas platforms.
Wow, boleh lalu di sini lagi. Inilah Balik Papan, guys.
Alright guys, we are out on the water and we are ready to begin the tour. Are we ready guys? Yeah! And we are so lucky today guys, because the water is so calm. Normally, guys say that there's a lot more waves out here, so yeah, it's perfect. Just perfect. Look at all the space we have here, you know? We could have brought sandwiches, cold beers here, easy. This jet ski has 150 horsepower. It has more than Macan.
Karena nama dia punya sepeda motor guys, Macan. Woi, memang padu keren lah. Ini guys, di Balik Papan nih. Jadi buat teman-teman semua, inilah Balik Papan activity yang boleh dibuat di sana.
I think Ogi and Ahmad was getting a bit tired of waiting for me, because I couldn't fight my curiosity to stop and chat with all the boat owners we met on our way.
Apa itu? Oh, udang. Oh, udang. Seperti gitu. Shrimp. Gitu. Semangat ya. Panas kan? Yeah.
Ogi then reminded me that we were burning daylight, so I smoked him.
Yo, jembatan.
Well, guys, I didn't even know that, but apparently we have made it to IBK. Then I can say, welcome guys to Ibu Kota Nusantara.
Nah, sudah sampai di Nusantara, bah.
After passing the newly built Balang Besar Bridge, we were officially inside the mangrove area of the new capital of Indonesia,
Keren guys.
Nusantara.
Nusantara.
Something I would explore later on. But here in the mangroves, there is no swimming, as there are crocodiles.
Ada buaya.
So we decided to stop for a quick lunch break in the shade.
Wow, I'm getting red in my face. So we're making a small stop just to get something to drink. One of my favorite here, Florida with cocoa. So good.
Nota di coco.
And there's quite a few police officers here that we're talking to. So they just told us that from here to Titik Nol, the very beginning of the construction of Ibu Kota, is still 1.5 hours away.
Tapi masih nggak ada rumah ya? Oh, belum. Masih bikin jangan ya?
Bangunan sudah. Bangunan lagi.
Bisa seperti masuk nanti kalau saya mau ke ibu kota bikin sedikit video pakai drone, boleh atau nggak boleh?
Kalau untuk pakai drone kayaknya susah.
Susah ya? Yeah. So it might be a bit difficult, guys, to make some video about the new capital because they're saying that I will need a permission just to get in and make some drone footage, but I guess we'll find out. This is such a fun experience, but it is also super tiring. My head is like so hot because the sun is so strong. Istirahat dulu, and then we will continue.
At this point, I was getting rather nervous that I wouldn't succeed in my attempt to visit the core of the new capital. But Oki gave me some tips and encouraged me to give it a try. So it was time to head back.
Ini yang bagus Pak kalau orang-orang Indonesia guys, sportif, mendukung.
So guys, we have had a great little stop here at Pelabuhan Ichi. Yeah, just had some snacks, had some Indomie, some good talks. Now it's time to get back to Balik Papan. I have a new video coming up tonight, so I have to make sure everything is ready, but this has been a great trip.
Oh ya, ya.
But, foto dulu ya. Oke.
Sekarang perjalanan balik lagi ke kota Balikpapan guys selepas bermain jet ski. Jadi ini memang satu pengalaman yang bagi saya betul-betul luar biasa lah guys. Betul seru lah, kota Balikpapan seru.
Halo, salam kenal saya Chris. Halo.
Oke guys, jadi sampai di sini dulu. Jadi pastikan juga kalian simak video kedua daripada video ini karena nanti saya akan tengok, kita akan sama-sama lah menonton reactions juga gimana perjalanan beliau untuk memasuki kota baru Nusantara guys, untuk buat vlog. Apakah bisa, apakah tidak? Nah ini satu persoalan. Nanti video yang selanjutnya akan saya tayang nanti pada pukul 6 sore ini nanti kalian boleh pertimbangkan untuk nonton lah guys ya. Jadi sampai di sini saja dulu video saya pada kali ini. Terima kasih karena menonton good people. Salam santun, damai dan salam silaturahmi. Moga kalian sentiasa berada dalam keadaan bahagia selalu. Ojo lali di subscribe guys channelku. Salam santun. Assalamualaikum. Salam Nusantara good people. Yo teman-teman, ojo lali di subscribe yo channelku.